Today's session we are going to see about Google Classroom. It will be a hands-on session. So if possible, I request all the participants to follow this session by entering into the Google Classroom while I'm asking. So it will be for a better learning thing. And if you are using mobile means, you can install the Google Classroom app, which may have 15 to 20 MB only. So you can install it and you can follow these sessions. Or otherwise, if it is not possible for you means, you can take short hints so that it will be helpful for you. The minimum thing you record is only the Google account. So if you have Google account, it will be enough for enough so that you can enter into that. Right. So first, I'm going to start with that Google Classroom and why it is. So in 4 days, we have already discussed about that ICT tools and virtual environment, so many LMS. So I'm not going to tell what is ICT and what is that virtual classroom and what is LMS. Just I'm going to explain about that Google Classroom. So as it names have the thing classroom, it's a classroom. So it's a virtual one and it is a virtual classroom, and in Google Classroom is a streamlined and it is a easy to use tool that helps teachers to manage the coursework. So comparing to the other LMS tools, it is a very easy to use tool, so that we will see it in the later parts. And here we can create a class, we can create materials, we can post materials, and we can distribute assignments, grade, and we can send feedback to the students in private manner. So all the things will be happened in one place. So this is Google Classroom, and it helps students and teachers to organize assignments, boost collaboration, and foster better communication. Right. So now I'm going to show what are all the menus in the Google Classroom. The first menu is Stream. So the stream, which is similar to the Facebook wall. So we can post our announcements, circulars, notifications, all those things here. And students can comment for the post. And even if students have any important things, they can also post it into the stream. So this is the first menu in the Google Classroom. And the second one is classwork. So the most important menu. So here only we are going to post our materials, we are going to give and evaluate assignments, quizzes, and tests, or we are going to post small questions during the lecture sessions also. And the next one is people. So here the teachers and the list of teachers and the list of students will be there. So we can add a number of teachers, so that I will show it to you later, and a number of students. So here we can do that, and by we can invite in that menu. So these three menu are common to student and teacher. And one more menu is it is called as grade menu. So here we're going to see the overall grades, such as we can see the class average, like this. So this is only for teachers and co-teachers. And today what we are going to see in the hands-on session is, the first one is we are going to create a classroom. So first we are going to create a classroom, and then by using the stream menu, we are going to post some announcements. So announcements, or we are going to post some circulars. So like this we are going to post here. And then next we are moving into the second menu, that is classwork. There we are going to posting materials, and third we are going to posting and evaluating the questions as well as quizzes. And at last, we are going to posting and evaluating assignments. Here we are going to see about the rubric method too. So these are the things we are going to discuss in this hands-on session. And so before that, we have to keep one thing in our mind. So whether our Google account is a personal Google account or G Suite account, because there are some limitations in those things. For example, if you are having a G Suite account, means we can add 20 teachers, and also in personal account we can have 20 teachers. But when it comes to students, we can have only 1,000 members. So including teachers, we can have only 1,000 student also. And in personal Google account, it is limited to 250. So this is the thing. And the next one is classes you can join. If you are having a G Suite account, means you can join 1,000 classes, join into 1,000 classes. But in a personal account means we can have only 100 classes, and one more limitation, that is 30 per day only you can join. So this is the thing. And classes you can create if you are using a G Suite account means no limit, but if you are using a personal account means it's going to be 30 only, 30 per day only. And class invitations 500, and for personal account it will be 100 only. And guardians 20, email address visibility no limit for G Suite account, but in personal account these features are not available. Same thing, we can invite Google, you can use Google Meet in G Suite account, but in personal account you cannot use Google Meet from Classroom. So that I am going to use. So these are the things we are going to see in the following sessions. So now I am going to open the Google Classroom. So the URL is classroom.google.com. Let me display it in the notepad. So if you are using computer means, or computer or laptop means, you can just enter into that URL. Or otherwise, if you are using Android mobile or iPhone means, you can download and use Google Classroom app. So it is free of cost only. So this is the URL, classroom.google.com. That is enough. So if you are giving classroom.google.com, the page will be taken into the Google Classroom page. So I am entering into that. So go to Classroom. If you are already logged in into the Gmail account means it will take directly into the Google Classroom. Otherwise, it will be notified like this. So you have to click on go to Classroom. So it will ask for the credentials. So you have to give your email ID and your password. That means your Google credentials you have to give. Right. So after giving that, if you are opening Google Classroom means, so this is the home window for the Google Classroom. So let me zoom this so that everyone can see it easily. I think now it will be easy for all. So here the left side, you can see classes, calendar, and settings, right? So the classes will display what are all the classes that you are as a member. So it will be displayed in this section. So if you are clicking this means it will take to that. But here I have no classes, so it is an empty one. And the next one is calendar. For scheduling the things, it will take to that calendar. And settings will be of class settings that we will be see it later, right? So first, to create a class, we have to click on the plus button, so which is in the right top. So if you are clicking the plus button means we have two options. One is join class, the next one is create class. So if you have a class code means, you can give join class, it will ask for a class code. You can see here. So ask your teacher for the class code, then enter it here. That means if a class is already created means, at that same time a class code will be generated. So by using this join menu, you can give a class code So you can give it privately to your students through whatever social media or whatever messaging or mail. So whatever it may be. So here you can give that, and while giving it will if you are giving and click on join button, so you will be taken into that classroom. You will be joined as a student. And if I want to create a class, you have to create it using this create class menu. So I'm going to create using a G Suite account. So at that time itself, I will tell, so what are all the things that are not available in the normal personal Google account. So this one is the G Suite account. You can see, so it is a Gmail account only, but it is our college domain, G Suite one. So sayedegg.ac.in. So I am already having two classes. Now I am going to create a class. So I am clicking plus. So it will ask two menus: join class, create class. Now I am going to create a class. So create a class. So here this class name field is mandatory one, others are optional. So only here the required field is given. So others are optional, you can give for identification or you can leave as it is. So now I am giving as FTP on FTP on future of education and research, that is the class name. So section is optional. So if you are having more than one section, you can fill this one. So I am giving section as A, and the subject. So what subject you are going to handle? So that will be entered here. So I am going to enter it as Google Classroom, since we are going to see this one, Google Classroom, and room number. So if you are having a physical location, means you can give your room number too. So here I am giving as virtual hall 001. So you can give whatever it may be. So maybe lecture hall 001, or so whatever you can give. So now I am creating that one. So it will take 20 to 30 seconds. Right. So now the class is created. You see, so I told no in the slide we will be having four menus. So stream, classwork, people, grades. Right. In the left menu, now you can see if I am clicking classes, means it will be displayed the classes that are all in that associated with this account. So FTP and third CSE, second CSE, so and so. So now we are going to work with this FTP on future of education. Right. So here, if you are having classes, means there will be one menu called to do menu. So the to do menu is for if you are posting an assignments, or if you are posting a question, means this all the things will be listed in this to do menu. So for teachers, it will be shown like if you are not graded those things, it will be displayed in that to do menu. So I will show it later after posting the assignments and questions. We will see this in detail. And here one more thing is setting. So if you are clicking setting, so the first we entered things will be here. So class name, you can add the class description, section, room, subject. So the next one is general menu. So the first one is class code. So this class code is used to we can give it to the students so that the students can join using this class code. So that also I will show it in the demo. So here you see we can display it, we can copy it, we can reset it. If we are thinking some people other than the class members accessing or having this class code, means we can reset it. So if I'm resetting, means it will be changed. So you see it is changed. So you can reset it number of times, a number of times. Again, it is reset, right? So you can disable this code also. If you are disabling this code, means it won't show it in the home menu. So code will be disabled and no one will be joined using this code. So now I am going to enable it so that we can join using this code. right? You see, while enabling it displays a new code. Right? So the second one is stream. So as I already told, the stream is very similar to the Facebook wall. So here some menus will be there. Students can post and comment. Actually, here the main thing, teachers can always post, right? So teachers can always post. Other than that, who are all can post. This is the Google's sorry, Facebook privacy. It is similar to that. So student can post and comment, or student can only comment. They cannot post anything, and only teachers can post or comment. So according to your class, you can select this. So now I am going to select student can post and comment. So as we professors are here, so it will be useful for us to learn many things. So I am going to students can post and comment. And the next one is class on the stream. So I am giving so condensed notification. So you can hide all the notification and you can attach. So you can display the attachments and details. So here I am leaving it as it is one as it is. And next one is show deleted items. If you are posting something in a stream menu, which is wrong post means we can delete this. So that's the option given in Google Classroom. And here, if we enable this one, teachers can see what are all the things we deleted. So students cannot see anything. But if we enable it, teachers in the classroom can see. So what are all the posts that are deleted, and what are the posts that is deleted by students or that deleted by teachers. So all the things will be visible to that. So this is also uh, uh, your thing to whether it is to enable it or turn off it. So the next one is Meet. So this is the thing which is available only in Google Suite account. It is not for personal account. It is for Google, sorry, only for G Suite accounts. If you want to take live classes means we can generate a meeting link. So it will be generated as like the Google Class code. We can reset it also. If I reset it, it will be resetted. You can see this Google Meet code is entirely different from what we are using for the Google Meet. You see, I'm opening this one. See this Google Meet code. So after google.com, so it is like three separate some values, right? So QMR hyphen XNKP hyphen FHW. Likewise, the Google Meet code will be there. But if you are in a G Suite accounts Google Class means, you see this link is entirely valid. So meet.google.com. So here one more additional menu is added like lookup, and here also it will be entirely different from the Google Meet code. So this is a thing which is especially dedicated for the classroom users only, right? So here the meeting code will be generated according to this link and according to the timestamp which we are going to use. So I will show it in the later part. Right now I am resetting it to a new Google Meet link, and I am making it visible to students so that our student can join the live classes. So they can join the live classes too. Right. So this is under the general menu. Next, the menu grade menu. So grade menu, so the overall grade calculation. So here the default option, no overall grade is selected. So other than that, weighted by category and total points are there. So in our Indian system, we are following the total points category only. So I am selecting the total points. So assignment marks, quiz marks. So all those things will be consolidated and it will be displayed. And show overall grade to students. So this we can enable it or not. So this is our wish. So I am enabling it so that whenever I am returning the mark or whenever I am displaying it, so it will be shown to our students. So for that purpose, I am enabling it. So I have done some changes. So I am going to save this thing. Okay. So you see, now the class code is displayed, and here the meeting link is also displayed. Right. Say here you can select the themes. So since I'm so by default Google will select the theme according to your topic. So you can select a number of themes. So it will be here. So these things I can, you will see it in later, or you can do it. So I'm not going to do these things all. So now I'm going to join by using a student account. Right. So I'm copying this code. Right. So if participants, you can join this hands-on, means you are also invited to join this classroom using this code. So I am pasting it in the chat box. So if you are willing, means you can join it in this, so that you can receive the assignments and you can have a practical view on how the students will see, like that. Right. So I am going to give this code. See. So here for identification, I am telling. So here the brown shirt John Samuel account is acting as teacher. Right. One more account is there here, green shirt. So it will be acted as one student. And one more thing is there, blue shirt. It also will be acted as a student. So here in this blue shirt account, I am giving join class. So the class code, I am entering it the class code. So which I copied that. So now I am giving join. Within 10 to 20 seconds, you will be joined in the class based on your bandwidth. Right. So here you are joined as a student. Right. So here see, as I told, here only 3 menus will be there. The grade menu will be disappeared here. So here also classwork people is there. You see, so the string. So as I enabled for students, here student can also post any circulars or anything. Okay, that we will see it later. So this is the thing. And here when we are going to, if you are seeing the people means, so in the teachers, like as I told, brown color thing, and classmates, some of the people join. So and myself also, that means this blue shirt also there, so it will not be displayed here. Okay. Right. So this is one method of joining into the class, and one more method is there. So in the teachers classroom, I am getting into the people. So here I can invite. So here I can see all the peoples, right? So here teachers. So even I can invite co-teachers also. So here I am inviting. So my co-teacher, and here I can invite student also. So this is my another account. So I am inviting. So for inviting, it is a tedious process. So you can give the class code. It will be very easy one, because you have to invite. So you have to type all the mail IDs and you have to invite the students. The student may not attempt that. Sorry, the student may not try to click the join button. But if you are giving code, means surely they will join. Easy to join that. So in my mail, I may receive that invitation. So if I am clicking join means, so I will be joined to that particular class. Sorry. So as I have multiple accounts, it takes the primary thing. But actually, if you are giving join means, it will be joined to that course. So okay, see now the co-teacher accepted the invitation. So I'm giving one more thing, one more invitation for student. So this is G Shoot account. There's something I typed wrong, I think. Okay. So likewise, you can invite. So since it is not my primary mail ID, so I'm not able to join through this, but student can join. So only I told. So the through email, it is somewhat tedious process. It will cause some errors. So you can give the class code so that students can join easily. Right. I'm joining one more class. So for the purpose of showing the live meeting, I'm going to. Okay, right. So here also I have joined. See now, uh, so the meeting link. So I am going to start with this meeting link. Later we will see the menus and other menus. So this meeting link will be only available for the G Suite users. So as I told, so only G Suite users can participate in the live classes. So if you are having a institute G Suite account means, so your students may have a G Suite account. You may compel them to have a G Suite account so that they may participate in the live classes. See, in the classwork, the meet link will be enabled. See here, I won't have that meet link. Since this account, this green shirt account is a personal Gmail account, it won't have a meet link. The same thing here, this one also the personal account, so Gmail account, so it don't have the meet link. But here, this is also a student account only. So you may seen that I have joined using that code. So this is also a student account, but this is a G Suite account. So here, if you see, there will be a meet link. So it will be directly. So you no need to give any meeting link or meet ID. If they click, if you just put an announcement like by 11:40 you have to join in the live meet means the students can easily see that post, and if they click this means it will directly diverted to that particular link. So you can see that. You see, I'm joined in that. See here, the meeting ID is entirely different. So here, this nickname will be played a vital role. So this will be acted as a meeting ID. So here, this meeting ID, it may anything. So it may change upon change according to time. So the teacher also may come to this. So as I told, this brown shirt is the teacher. So if I am joining the meeting means, right? So you can see already one person is there, that is CSE FDP, that is that student, and here one teacher is there. So likewise, if your students are using, if your institute is permitted to use the G Suite account for the students means, it is very easy to conduct the live meeting, live classes in the Google Classroom. So only I told it is very similar to the classroom. So only they are keeping the name as it is a Google Classroom. So we are having the live classroom. So we can present here, or we can use some more like whiteboard softwares to display as it is as like a classroom. So we can use this. So now I am closing this. So again, I am telling that this is exclusively for G Suite user, not for all. So if you are G Suite user, so no need to provide any meeting links or anything in the in the teacher's account settings, if you are enable this meet, which is visible to student, means that is more than enough. So no need to give any meeting ID, no need to give any URL or anything. So if you are enabling this, means automatically they will be having that meet icon. So whenever you schedule the classes, they may join, easy to join in that live sessions, right? So now let us see that, see these menus. So first one is stream menu. So this is the default page whenever you get into the class. So see, so in the left side, you will be able to see upcoming. So since we are not yet assigned any assignments, so no work due soon. And here you can see, so what you can do this. So here, communicate with your class here. So whatever communication that will be communicated through this stream menu. So whether it may be a circular, or it may be a exam schedule, or it may be a notification. So whatever it may be, so all the things will be posted here. So now I'm going to post one circular here. Okay, see here one more advantage is there. So here it is asking for. That means if the circular or notification is common to all the classes, means you can select all the classes which are associated with this particular teacher's account. So if I am going to put this circular for all the class, means I can select all the 3 classes. But if I am going to do it for this particular FDP on future class, means I have to tick this. And I can post it for individual students or but all the students. So here by default it is selected as all students. So even I can remove anyone or I can select one particular student. So like this we can give. So here what I am going to do is I am just remove one student. So for our demo purpose, and share with our class. So I am sharing our participant IDs. Here I am going to share the participant IDs with you. Please note it down. Right. So here we have a add button. You see, we can have this much things. We can add it from Google Drive, or we can give it as a link, or we can add a file from a local computer. That means our PCs or our mobile phones, we can add it. So all the things what you are seeing is very same in the mobile phone also. Maybe little bit the display may get varied. So other all the options will be same thing. So all the same ad will be there, the same Google Drive will be there, link will be there, file will be there, YouTube will be there. So no need to worry whether I have only mobile, so I cannot post. So no, not like that. So you can do all the things in the mobile phone also. See, file and YouTube. So whatever thing you can add here. So now I am going to add the participant list. And I am uploading it. Right, see here it is uploaded. Now you can see you can post it immediately, or you can schedule this post. So schedule for later, maybe you can post it for tomorrow, or you can post it for evening. So likewise you can schedule. If I am clicking schedule, means it will be asked for time. So July 6 8 a.m. or I can give July 5 sorry 8 p.m. So you cannot give, if you are giving AM, means it won't accept, because we are already in, sorry, July 3 8 a.m. means it won't accept. So it will show error. If you try to schedule means it will show error. So I'm giving it as 8 p.m. So you can schedule it like this, or you can post it immediately. Here one thing we have to notate. So if you are selecting multiple class means you cannot schedule it, right? This is the main thing. So for single class we can schedule that. If we are selecting multiple class in a single stream means we cannot schedule that. So now I am going to post it in this classroom, so except one participant, so that we can understand how it will be act. So now I am posting it, right? So in the teachers menu it shows like that. So John Samuel, the teacher, is posted to 5 students, not all. If you are posting to all means it will show all students, or it won't show anything in this right side part, right? If I am going to this classroom, that means I have missed, I think, okay, I missed that green shirt John Samuel. So I am opening that blue shirt thing. See, here it will be updated. So it will be there, and you see in this green shirt thing it will not be there, so it won't display in that one. Even you can refresh a number of times, it will not be there. But at the same time, here also this person also I mentioned, you can see. Okay. So from this you can open that. No need to download the PDFs. Just you can open and you can do that thing. So this is the ultimate purpose of stream. You see, student can comment like this. Comment here. So student can post their comments. So it will be received by all the students that are that can be viewed by all the students and as well as teachers. You see in the teachers menu, it will be displayed, and in the student also. It will be there. So one comment, right? So this is the purpose of stream. So we can post n number of circulars or n number of notifications or n number of exam schedules, whatever it may be, by group of to a group of classes, or to all students, or to a particular student. So this is the stream menu. And next I'm going to move. We already see the people menu, so just I'm ignoring that, and we are moving to the class menu, which is very most important. So remaining almost, I think I will take it for 30 minutes for this, and we will see grade in 2 or 3 minutes. So after that we will wind up the session, right? So first we are going to see here in the class work. We can see assign work to your class here, create assignments and questions, use topics to organize classwork, so order your work. So these are the things available in. So if you are selecting giving create means, you can see assignment, quiz assignment. So assignment is entirely separate one. Quiz assignment is different one. So quiz assignment, it will be linked to the Google form which you have seen yesterday. So and question. So we can post short questions. We can post a material and we can ask a question, maybe a short answer question or maybe a multiple choice question. And the next one is material, and next one is reuse post. If we want to reuse a particular post, we can use this option, right? And the last one is topic. So now I am creating a topic. So now I am going to post all the materials related to the Google Classroom. So just I am named it as GCR. So GCR, I am created a topic. So now I am going to add a material. So Google Classroom. So description, anything may be there. Right. So now you can add Google Drive link, file, YouTube. So the most advantage in the Google Classroom is, since all the softwares are embedded in this, embedded with Google. See, we can create all the things here itself. So we can attach the Google Drive link. So we can attach the YouTube link or external website link, and also we can create our own document, slides, sheets. If you are using drawing subject means you can select this. So if you are selecting this means the drawing sheet will be added. You see, here you can do the drawings and then you can save that. So for example, if you are teaching for a computer science means, if you are going to teach flowchart means you can use this drawing option, right? If you just no need to save, just you can draw it and you can leave it. For example, I am so you can add the text also. Right. So no need to save. So it will be auto saved. So you see, save to drive. So just you can close it or you can name it just a drawing. Right. So it will be changed here. And now I'm going to add a file from a local drive. So I'm opening a file. So I can attach this. And I'm adding a Google Drive link too. So here also I'm attaching participants. See, if you are attaching the same file which is already added means it will show an error. So GCR PPTX is already added, which is also in the Google Drive too. So I'm trying to add, so it will display a error, file already attached. So there will be no duplication, so you need not to worry about anything. So I'm adding a Google Drive link. So that is to, okay, that participates in, okay, participate with enrollment ID. So I can add a link. So if you are having any URL that is related to study material, so we cannot download all the things, and you cannot download all the things and post it here. So just you can give the website URL. So I'm here, I'm giving our college website URL. So you can give that study material link URL, and as well as if you are having YouTube video means you can attach here. See, I'm having a channel, so just I'm copying this one and I'm pasting this one. Right? So we can add the URL also. Right? So that's all. Here also see, you can post this material for all the classes, and student list also will be there. And under topic, so we already created a topic called GCR. So if you want to post it under GCR, you can select this, or if you want to post it in an open manner means you can select no topic, or you can create topic here also. So using this create topic menu. So now I am posting it into the GCR, and here see, we can post it directly. You can schedule this. If you don't want, we can discard the draft, or you can use it later. So by using this save draft menu, right? So due to time constraint, just I'm directly posting it, right? So right, okay, you see, stream was updated. So John Samuel posted a new material. So you can open this and you can see, since I have posted to all the class members, so it will be displayed in all their stream menus. And see, you will be notified if you are using a mobile app means you will have you may have a push notification, and also it will be notified through the mail. You can see, I think. See, in my mail I received new announcement. So just I'm zooming it. You can see new announcement. So this will be that, and again new material, so which I posted it now. So likewise, we can get the notification through push notification as well as mail notification. Okay, here as a student, so this green color is student, so you can see all the things. So the rename thing is there. If you click, it will be taken to that one. And same thing, if you are clicking on the PPT means it will be show that PPT and website. It will divert you to the website and the PDF and that YouTube link. So this is how we are going to create a post, or we are going to post a material. You see, so just actually due to the time constraint, I'm posting all those things. You can post according to your need, whether you can attach a file, or you can attach a Google Drive link, or you can attach a website link, or you can attach a YouTube link. So whatever it may be, or you can have your own document. So by like how I created the drawing, you can create your own slides, or you can create your own drawing, or you can create your own spreadsheets. So according to your need, you can do it. So this is the first thing. So material is over. The second one is question. You see here, all those things will be having a different icons. See, material is having a different icon, question is having a different icon, and assignment is having a different icon. So by icon, we can identify what kind of post is posted. Right. So now I am going to give a question. Right. So it will be a short answer. It may be a short answer or maybe of multiple choice. Only two options will be there. So since it is a very short type question, right? So I am posting a question means GCR or GCR full form. That's all. As a short answer, I am putting it. Right. See here again, for you can select any classes or all classes, and for students also as thing. Here you can see the points. Since it is a question, we can assign points. So these are very simple. So I am giving 2 points, and here we can select the due date. So what I am giving is 6th. I mean, sorry, 6th is 3rd. So today itself, up to midnight, I am giving. So since this is like a Google topic, so I am categorized under this GCR. And next one, here you can see this thing. Student can reply to each other. Student can edit answer. Usually we don't like to reply to each other and to edit the option once after submitted. So just I am removing all the ticks. So you can give instructions to the instruction thing. You can give instructions like, so what I'm giving is don't refer internet. For short purpose, I'm giving. You can give according to your question. So here also we can add all these things. Driving, we can add URL. We can add any files, or we can add YouTube link. Same thing, we can attach a document, slide, sheet, drawing, or forms. So we can attach whatever it may be. Right. So now I am going to post this. So I'm giving ask. So it will be posted to all the students. You see, this question icon, you can see John Samuel posted a new question. in GCR. So here also it will be displayed like this. John Samuel posted a new question, right? So here you can answer it. So whatever answer you may give it. Okay, right. Sorry for the disturbance. So due to the network issue. Okay, right. So actually, I posted a question. Again, I'm going to create that one for that. See, what I do is I did is already I created a question. So name BCR is. So I give it as a short answer, and I give point as 2 points, and give instruction as don't copy from internet. So, and I told like you can add link, file, YouTube link, and Google Drive thing, or you can attach a document, slide, sheet, drawing, and form. So you can attach whatever it may be. And then next you can, as we already told, we can post for all classes, or we can have a single class as well as for students, and select the point, and you can fix a due date, right? So what I'm doing is I'm selecting due date as today midnight, right? And topic, so GCR, and see, student can reply to each other, and student can edit their answer, which we actually don't like as a teacher. So just I take the tick mark, and I ask. So this is the thing which I already done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a multiple choice question, right? So actually when I posted that short answer question, you see, so that users, right? So in the stream it will be displayed like, so John Samuel posted a new question, so that question name it will be displayed here. So you can select that and you can type your answer. So as a student, so this thing student should do. And the main thing is here it will be so see that instruction will be in this above thing. The important thing is, so you should hand in. Sometimes it will be turn in will be displayed, or hand in will be displayed. So you just click this hand in button. So you have to request your student to answer it and to click the hand in button. So this is the very important thing. So after clicking the hand in button only, it will be submitted to the teacher. So just I am clicking it. So it shows a warning, you won't be able to make changes, because in the teachers menu we give the option like students should not edit like that. So here it is showed as a warning, and now you can hand it. It's something, sometimes it will be like turning. Okay, so now I am going to turn it. So it's according to that account, it will show something different manner, something in a different manner. So just you ask your students to whether hand in or turn in. Right now, here I am selecting one more quiz, so one more question posting. I am going to post. So it is a multiple choice question. So I am giving it as Google Classroom. Google Class, right? And none of the above. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule it, right? So scheduling is 3. You see, actually, what is there? What it was like July 6, 2020, but actually the due is 11:59. Today's 11:59, so you cannot schedule it to the later date. right? So I am giving it 3 at 12:30 p.m. Right? So at that, so we can see it in the during the session completion. I think it will be posted. This quiz will be posted. Okay. So now I am just clicking this schedule button. Right. So it will be scheduled. So you can see it in the stream, and the teacher's stream. It will be showed like sorry in this classwork. So scheduled for 12:30 p.m. So it will be displayed. So scheduled for 12:30 p.m. That means it will be posted on 12:30 p.m. So this is only displayed to the teacher only, not to the students. Right? Okay. Now let me move to that valuation part. So now I am coming to this uh, teachers menu. Right? You can see. So due today, actually we gave 2 questions, but here only one thing is shown because that multiple choice is posted at the time of 12:30 only, so it will not be shown here. Right? Here it will show only the posted question only. It will be displayed. So I am clicking that. Right, so here we will have 2 things. One is question, so what the question will be, and the answers. So who are all turned in, it will be that. Just I'm a little bit zoom out. So see, actually I assigned it to 6 members. Okay, totally in our class 6 members are there. In that 4 members are answered, right, and 2 are not answered. So this is the thing. So now I am going to award the mark. So based on that, so all are submit. That means all are giving the correct answer only. So I am giving 2 marks. So to the turn it. So in the left side, you see only the person that left side. So only those person turned in will be at the top and assigned will be at the bottom. So we can turn in. So just I am giving them allot the marks, and the main thing is, so after allotting the marks, just select all those persons and give return. So this is the very important thing. While you are giving return, so it will send the mark to the students, right? So it will be through push notification, and it will be through mail, as well as you can see it in the Google Classroom also, right? So I have written. So now the returned person will be at the bottom. I like graded, so their marks will be displayed in the right side. So here in this left side you see assigned persons, and as a teacher you can see, so to who are all you graded, right? So 0 10, that means totally in assigned 4 members were graded and 2 were assigned which are not till submitted. Okay, so now I am opening that student menu. Now you see the mark will be displayed. So immediately the mark will be, so whenever, so the main thing is you have to return. So after creating clicking that return button, so the mark will be displayed to all of your students, right? So this is the question. Now I am moving to the next one. Say one more person is turned in. So now I am giving 2. So the main thing is return. So if I am giving the return only, means it will show the mark. If I am not return, means it won't display mark to the particular student. So during the return you can give private comment too, right? So you may give excellent or whatever it may be, or if you want to give any comments, you can give it in the private section and just click on return button. So it now the mark will be displayed to him. Okay, so this is the thing of question. Now I am moving to next part. So next very important parts, so that quiz and assignment. Okay, so before that I am going to show the grades, right? because maybe at last there may be enough no time, so we may running out of time. So just I am displaying the grade. See, the grade is given. So GCR form, the grade is that. So overall grade. So Dr. B. Muthukumar is 100%. So I think Professor Gayatri Devi 100%, John Samuel 100%. So their overall grade will be displayed in this thing, right? And one more thing I want to show it to you. You see, just I am selecting this, right? So here also you can take the mark. See, I am clicking the setting button. So here there are three options are there: copy all grades to Google Sheets, download all grades as CSV, download these grades as CSV. Right? That means now I want this particular questions grade means download these grades as CSV. If I want all the grades means I can give download all grades. So I will show it in the next option. This one. Right. So now I am going to create a quiz. So title is again DCR. So it is very easy for me. And again DCR. Don't copy. You have to submit your original works. See, actually here I am giving an instruction like you have to submit your original work. That means here one option is that you can get originality report from the students, right? So actually you can give you can get 3 original reports per day. So since it is the first quiz for me, I am getting the originality report. So for example, if you are giving a problematic subject as a quiz, you can get you can get the report like how the students worked out the problem, and you can ask them to write it in a paper and take a snapshot and ask them to upload it, right? So you can check this originality report, so you no need to worry about whether he may copy or he may copy from this or that. So because we have time period, due period also there, so and originality report also there. So this is the major advantage of Google Classroom. So we can get the originality report, so we can get how you work this one, how you solve this problem. So please share that output or share that document, so we can get that. So for this one only, this originality report is there, right? So here I am. Don't copy. You have to submit your original works, and I am creating a quiz. So due to the time constraint, just I am the same thing only. I am repeating again and again. Full form is a multiple choice. Google Classroom and Google Classroom, or I can say none of the above. And I'm selecting that answer key, which is at Google Classroom, and then I'm awarding the pointers 5 marks. Okay, 5 marks. And I'm going to add one more question. So it will be a short answer like GCR full form, right? So these things actually yesterday we have seen. So just I'm skip all those things. So again, it is a record field and it is a record field. Okay, fine. I'm getting that answer as mark all the answers correct. That means Google Classroom. Some may answer like Google Classroom, and some people may answer like Google Classroom or entirely uppercase. So if you are giving this means automatically the form itself it will be validated. So only I am giving this is for only for full form or abbreviations or acronyms you can give like this. So if the student answers any of these, it will be taken as the correct answer. Apart from this, if you answered means 0 mark will be awarded. Okay, right. So now I am giving it as done. So the main thing is, since it is a G Suite account, as I told, I have to select this in the setting. So I should remove this tick in restrict to users in Sayadamal Engineering College, because if I give the tick means like if your all the students are in using this particular G Suite account means there is no problem. Otherwise, it will be a problem. So just I am removing this and I am limiting it to one response. Okay. So other things I am not going to concentrate on. Right. Right. Okay. Now it is created and I am renaming it as here, and here I am giving it so 10 points, and due date as usual, so date given. So the topic is under GCR. See, one more thing, grade importing. That means this will be only available for G Suite users. So this grade importing means, so after the completion of this exam, so we can import the grade automatically from the form itself. So no need to manually typing or manually entering. So this will be awarded automatically from the form itself, right? I will show that also. Right? So now I am assigning it. Right, so it is assigned. Right, now in the student menu, so the student stream was updated like that, it shows. Right, so John Samuel posted a new assignment. I am selecting it. You see, one more thing. So if you are submitted all those things, mean it will not be displayed here. Actually, we have given totally 3 assignments. One is not yet posted, one is posted, but already I turned in. So this will not be shown here. This will be shown only the remaining things. So just I am selecting it, and I am going. Okay, actually, it's the problem. So I think the form is not saved. So just I am selecting that G Suite student account. So at the time of quiz, you have to be careful about that. So who are all can access the form? So which I showed in that setting, right? So just you should little bit just careful about that. See again. I think it's not saved. Okay, right. So it's saved. So now I am selecting Google Classroom. So here I am typing it as wrong answer. Okay. So according to my hint, it is a wrong answer only. So I am submitting it. So I am giving score. So according to my answer, it is wrong. Okay. So and for one more student, I am submitting. Google Classroom. So here I am 10 points. So here the students can see, because yesterday actually Ravindran sir told you can turn off that score also, right? So if you turn off the score, they may not be able to view that. Okay, right now I done that assignment. Actually here it is not stopped. So you have to submit it. Okay, or otherwise you can upload the originality, right? So you can upload the originality document and then you can submit it, right? Now I am coming to that teachers login. I am going to see that classwork. So 4 turned in. Just I am selecting it. You see, so the grades are there. So unlike our questions, just we can click import grades. Again, I am telling this is only for G Suite users, right? So I am importing it. Will take 20 to 30 minutes. So actually, I think for some users, import is disabled, maybe due to so the G Suite issues. Because in here GSC, CSC FDP is the only person of G Suite account, so that this error is returned. Otherwise, it will import the grade. Okay, and if I returned it, so the mark will be updated here automatically, and after returning it, it will be shown to the student also. So actually due to that issue here, that import grade is not working. So if all the persons are uh, of what I will say G Suite user means, surely this grade will be updated by using this import grade. Okay, so now I am manually assigning. Just I'm sorry, just for time purpose I am assigning and returning it. Okay, right. So and the last part is assignment. So I'm going to complete, I think within 5 to 10 minutes I will complete this. Right. So classwork. So I'm giving assignment. So again I'm giving GCR. So instruction is okay, create a class, create a circular, create material and post it, create a quiz and evaluate it, and finally create a assignment. Okay, evaluate. So you can attach anything. Okay, so for time purpose I am just again I'm skipping some things which is already told, okay, already explained, so I am skipping that, and I am giving it as okay, July 6 at midnight. So the topic is under GCR, and I am asking for the originality report. And one more thing is that now I am going to create a rubric system. Okay, so because if I am not able to evaluate means, my co-staff should evaluate this assignment at the particular stipulated period. Okay, so if they want to evaluate means, there should be a standard pattern of evaluation. So for that purpose only, this rubric is there. So I am creating a rubric. So create rubric. So use score, it should be descending, so that from descending order it will be there for assignment. So you can ask any, sorry, you can add any description. I am awarding 50 marks for all 5 questions completion, and I'm very excellent. Next, I'm giving 40 marks, 4 questions only. So very good. Again, 30 marks, 3 questions only. Good. And 20 marks for 2 questions. So I'm adding as poor. So below that, I'm adding 0, not 10 marks. So 1 and not answer. The description is first. Okay. So you can say here the total mark is of 50. So according to this level, I am going to do this. So now I am save. So here the point will be updated. So Rubik criterion 50 points I am assigning it. Okay. Now in students menu, you see John Samuel posted a new assignment of GCR, right? So maybe I am attaching a link, okay, whatever it may be. Just for time purpose, I am doing like this. So actually, you have to do that one, or we can attach it as a document, or as a link, or as a file, whatever it may be, or as a drive link. Okay. So you can add n number of things, right? So you can attach docs, slides, sheets, drawings, or you can attach a file. Okay, whatever it may be, right? So for the purpose, just okay, right, add it. And okay, so it shows the error because okay, just leave it. I'm leaving it. Actually, you can attach that file, same participant enrollment ID. I'm attaching it. Sorry, I'm completing within 5 minutes. Please keep your patience. Okay, right. And then the most important thing is, as I told, you have to turn in. That is the important thing. So it will show. So I am attaching a link and I am attaching a PDF. So now I am turning in. Okay. So this blue shirt, John Samuel is submitted. Now I am checking it in a teacher's account. Right. So totally assigned for 6 people, in which one is turned in. So now I am going to evaluate it. Right. So you see, John Samuel submitted, turned in. It will show two attachments. So I can click it on. I can see. So what are all the assignments? And see now based on the rubrics we can award the marks, right? You can see here. So if I show you 50 points, 40 points, as I selected descending order. So here it is in the descending order. If you are selecting the ascending order, means it will be in the ascending order, right? So here the point will be there: 50 points, 40 points, 30 points. So I mean I'm awarding 30 points and to other works also, and I am returning it. Okay, so 30 by 50 and return for this particular student, right? So just if I refresh it, you see, so one submitted, for that one I have graded and other 5 are not till turned in. So now if I go to that student page, means that means where I submitted for the blue shirt, means you see I give 30 marks, right? Actually I didn't post that private command, so I'm do other works also. I'm posting it so that here it will show do other works also, right? So this is by the way of rubrics method we can evaluate this. So and one more thing is turned in. So just I am giving the mark. So according to that, okay, so I'm giving 50 marks and giving excellent. I'm posting it and I'm returning it. So that mark will be can be viewed by Professor Gayatri Devi, right? So this is the rubric. So if I refresh it, so great. Right, at last, finally, only one thing I want to show you, that is the marks. So in the student, so after the completion, so I am in that assignment window. So I am here selecting this setting button, that right top. So download these grades as CSV. Okay, I am clicking it. you can get the report of, you see, it's downloaded. You see, right? You will get a detailed report. Right? So first name, last name, email address. So for 2 members, I assigned a grade, and 4 of them not done, and the comments. Right? So this will be obtained using download these grades. If I want all grades, so just I have to click download all these grades. Right? If I am selecting that, okay. So you can see, right? So GCR, what is GCR full form? GCR is GCR, right? So all those are displayed. Okay. So this is of the class work and thing. And I think you see, actually I scheduled a question, so that is also available for the students now. You see, right? I posted a multi-choice question, right? I actually scheduled that. So here also I can select and turn it. Okay, this also will be come to the teacher's work. Right. So if you select the grades, you can view all the grades. Right. Right. So grades of all people and overall grade, overall percentage of them, and also it displays the overall grade of the class. Okay, so this is all about the Google Classroom, and once again I thank our management, principal and head of the department for this nice opportunity to share my views about the Google Classroom. Thank you, sir.